Pam's on the side of Elon on this one. Pam's on the side of the Constitution on this one. Here she is.
A second off-topic question in this regard to the judiciary. Today, Elon Musk, who has enormous influence in the Trump administration, posted on X, quote, "There needs to be an immediate wave of judicial impeachments, not just one." As the Attorney General of the United States, how do you respond to that? Shouldn't the process work out in the courts before we talk about judicial impeachments? I mean, these are just TROs now at this time. Shouldn't these just play out?
Yeah, I haven't seen Elon Musk tweet. He is a friend of mine. He is a great man. I think he's very frustrated with what's happening in our federal government. You know, at USAID alone, they're giving out billions of dollars that should not be distributed. We're going to back him up. You know, we work our whole lives in this country, and we all pay taxes in this country. And for people to find out that $2 million is going to Guatemala for sex changes is outrageous. And we're going to back up Elon Musk every way we can. That includes lawsuits against these people who are doing that, and we will be successful.
Do you have concerns about judicial impeachments?
That's not going to happen now. We're going to look at everything. We're going to follow the law right now. We're going to follow the process. These are federal judges with lifetime appointments, but they will be struck down ultimately by the Supreme Court of the United States if the appellate courts don't follow the law as well.
Whoa! Okay, like she means business. USAID losing its letters. You saw this one, right? Just phenomenal. Like they're getting rid of the building. They're getting rid of all the pet projects. I don't know what Politico's going to do, how it's going to stay in business. It counts on $8.2 million. Forgive me, I said $8.4 million earlier. $8.2 million coming in the door. Look how much money they spend during 2024. I mean, you wonder why the mainstream media was saying all it was saying. You look at the BBC, for example, 8% of its income coming from USAID? Are you kidding me? David Sachs, our new crypto czar, talking about this on his podcast.
Okay, so we knew the U.S. government runs a $2 trillion deficit every year. We're in debt almost $40 trillion. And we also knew that anytime anyone tries to cut anything in Washington, the whole city screams bloody murder. Okay, so the question is just why? Well, now we know. The money is all going to them. It's like round tripping to them. New York Times, getting paid. Politico, getting paid. Bill Kristol, perennial warmonger, getting paid. Ukraine, getting paid. Like 11 out of 12 publications, Ukraine, getting paid.
Incredible.
Viktor Orban, who's the prime minister of Hungary, was saying that he's very popular in Hungary. His political opposition, funded by USAID. In Poland, the left-wing political opposition funded by USAID, and on and on and on it goes.
BBC, you wonder why everyone in the UK,
paid.
So yeah.
Like
I couldn't believe the BBC is getting paid.
Every left-wing organization in the world seems to be getting paid by this slush fund at USAID, which disperses about $50 billion a year. That's $1 billion a week. That's actually a lot of money. And
I bet it's a lot of money. Okay, that's a lot of money. And I kept saying, like, why is the media in concert all the time? Like, why are they attacking him on never on policy, always on these personal attacks? And hey, you know what? It comes down to their bottom line. The media was state media. It was bought and paid for. Politico, with all the $10,000 subscriptions, they'll say, oh, no, well, it was, really, you needed Politico Pro if you're in the government. You did not need Politico Pro, for goodness sakes, for $10K a pop. That was what you call, pay to play. I'm sorry. Like, that's all this junk was. That's all it is. And then you had, here it is, $10,000 per year. They're getting $8.2 million across 236 subscriptions. People weren't even using these. It is unbelievable and disgusting to me. So guess what? It's changing. It's changing. And like, who would have thought? Like, every time there's an election, you're like, okay, yeah, this one's promising this, that, and the other. Like, it's really changing, guys. It's really, really changing. And it's changing fast. And they're moving at lightning speed. And they're ready. And they're equipped. And they spent the last 4 years working on this. They got some really smart legal people. Really, Stephen Miller. He's there, and there's another guy that just came in. He's like Andover, Princeton, Harvard Law, brilliant young guy who's coming in that Donald Trump's really excited about. I mean, they have smart people that understand our Constitution, and they're going to go to bat on, you know what? So be it. So be it. I think about Even this story about the teacher that just came home from Russia, that they just got out. He was being held unfairly as a hostage there. And Donald Trump's working these negotiations. Do you know that Trump said to his mother, this man's mother, 96 years old, she went to that rally in Pennsylvania, that infamous rally where he was nearly taken down. And he said to her, she told him the story, and he said, if I become the president, one of the first things I'm going to do is get your son out. What did he do? He got her son out. I get chills thinking about that because so many politicians make so many promises and no one follows through. This is a president that is moving at lightning speed. And he's like, what do I have to lose? And he's got Elon on his side, who, by the way, also moves, shall we say, at lightning speed. And Elon's like, hey, I got nothing to lose either. I'm playing to win. So as all of these folks get out there and they play to win, the Democrats are left on their heels saying, well, wait, what now? I'm telling you, you're not on the right side of history if you're sitting there saying, we need the $2 million for the transgender operations in Guatemala. We think it's okay to take that from the American people. That's wrong.